are listening to Nocturnal Frequency Radio, hosted by Steve Jenny and his satanic assistant, Alex Houdini, both of whom can't go into churches without vomiting.
In the immortal words of David Front, good evening, and welcome welcome to Nocturnal Frequency Radio. Do we call it Nocturnal Frequency Radio still? Sure. Sure, why not?
What did you want to call it?
I don't know.
Nocturnal frequencies?
The evil cabal.
Oh, yeah, that's just the group we belong to.
The evil cabal. The evil cabal.
The pictures behind Steve are the founders.
The founders. Yeah. Couple crazy. Tony! Hey, Tony, how are you? Tony. What's going on, Tony? Hello, Michael. Hey, Tim. So
Howdy,
far,
howdy.
and whoever else is lurking, come on and say hello. So I put a poll out earlier because we have pressed. I've been pressed for time this week. I haven't been able to get anything going. Whatever. I haven't had a lot of time to do anything this week. So let's put out a beacon, a poll to see what people wanted to talk about tonight. I put one on here on YouTube, on the YouTube posts there, community posts there, and our Discord as well. If you're not a part of our Discord, join it. Well, the links always expire. That's what I hate about the invites. They expire.
Yeah, it's kind of silly.
Yeah. Hey, Paul, how are you? Good to see you. So with both of the polls that were given, it was kind of like a tie, really. A tie between UFO, UAP, and aliens, and questions about asking us questions. So, I mean, if you have any questions about Alex and I, want to ask us a question, type it in bold.
Where did you put the poll on Discord?
It's hold on.
Trying to find it.
Mm-hmm.
I know we have a channel just for polls. It's not in there.
No, I couldn't. I don't know. I couldn't get it to work in that. It's in upcoming shows. Upcoming shows. So it was a kind of a tie between the two. So I figured, okay, well, we can do a little bit of both. Depends. And we'll see. We'll see what people want to see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sounds good.
Okay, hold on. Let me just get this out of the way. Inbox.
Let's start with the questions. Let's get that out of the way.
Question everything.
Questions for us.
Question everything.
Questions.
Question everything. Everything needs to be questioned.
We won't answer anything secretive about the evil cabal. You have to be a member.
You have to be a member.
Card carrying member.
And speaking of members, we have membership now, guys.
That's
click
right.
And join. It's dirt cheap, and you can cancel at any time. The point is,
behind the scenes for members only, you get to watch Steve bathing.
Yeah, they're definitely not gonna fucking definitely not gonna
yeah, you definitely don't want to see us doing that.
No. But it helps us. Well, we're basically running out of time for StreamYard. I think what did I say? April 11th.
Is it April 11th?
I think it's April 10th or April 11th is our official last day. But I'll probably end it before that to see if we can hopefully get some sort of deal. I doubt it though.
Yeah.
Because we're working on a deal right now. And we'll see how things go. But anyways, you can help us any way. If you want to hit super chat, you want to donate, you can donate to Alex's PayPal, which is Alex. What is it again?
It's under rondini@rogers.com.
And I'll put it just in case for PayPal. There it is. There, you type in PayPal. You go into PayPal, and there's Alex's PayPal, and that again, that goes into helping us secure a whole year of StreamYard. So, or buy some merch. Buy some merch. Is the new shirt up yet? Or
Not
are we
yet.
we're gonna wait?
Yeah, I haven't had time to put it up, but I mean, hopefully this week I'll get the chance.
Well, maybe we'll wait. We'll wait till we have the giving away. Maybe we'll give away one of the free T-shirt or something.
Oh, we have a question.
There's a question.
If you could make a horror movie, what would it be about?
Okay, you first, Alex.
Me. Haven't really thought about it, but probably something to do with vampires for sure.
Elaborate.
Maybe tie it into the evil cabal.
The evil
something
cabal,
to that extent. It'd have to be about vampires, that's for sure. I haven't really put too much thought into that, but definitely have to be something about that. Maybe the problem. Okay, here's the problem I have with the vampire stuff. A lot of it's been done.
Mm-hmm.
There's very, very little that hasn't been done when it comes to vampires. So it's going to be tough. If I had the means, I would probably do something along the lines of the Brian Lumley sort of vampire genre that he did when he wrote the Necroscope series.
Yeah,
that was like bringing that to life would probably be something unique.
Neil's got a question too.
Yeah, but what about yeah?
Okay, so what I'd make, I would make probably I think a horror movie that is simply based on a nightmare. Like quite literally, I find that the most effective way of toying with somebody's, jump scares and everything else, or is quite literally a slow paced nightmarish sort of kind of scenario that people were like kind of like Suspiria. I would probably do something but drone more on, I don't know, something a little bit more nightmarish. I think what I would do. I don't know.
That sounds interesting. I mean, you can't really do much about the paranormal. It's like I find it tacky. I find movies about the paranormal tacky.
It's really tacky.
Yeah.
It's really, really tacky. It's just everything about the paranormal right now is just so fucking saturated, and it's like now people are just, grabbing scraps,
So back to Neil's question. It feels like it's gonna happen tonight. I fucking ate overate. I had a jerk chicken wrap, which is massive, and then some mac and cheese. Holy fuck! I think I'm gonna burst at the seams.
Hold on. When will we see an alien taco burst? Hey, that's a good one.
Yeah.
The great burrito demon.
Yes.
Bursts out of his chest. Just like Alien. All right. So
Tim Watchman has a question. What are your favorite paranormal UFO channels on YouTube? I don't have any. To be honest. I watch very little paranormal stuff outside of doing this show.
I don't have the patience for
because
it
I've become rather so sour on it.
Yeah. I think although I do watch some, I stay away from the formulated shit, the people that are just, like trying to make a quick buck or some subs or members or whatever else. There is one channel that I really like, and he does a really good job. And we had him on the show, Erie's Vault. If go check it out. I'll
I know. I've heard of him. I've heard of it.
he was on our show,
Yeah.
right?
I think I watched a bit of his stuff. I haven't really had a chance to dive in.
Really, really cool. And I'll put his link up there. There's his YouTube channel. Out of the UK. Really, really cool guy. Hey, Adrian, how are you? Good to see you. Really, really cool. So, yeah. I mean, other than that, I find myself if I see something interesting, I get suckered into it because a lot of it's all clickbait bullshit now.
Yeah, and this is like paranormal / UFO channels where they talk, or not rather talk, but they go out and investigations and stuff like that. There's a lot of like shows that I watch are much like what Steve and I do here, that I do listen. I listen to it on the podcast, not on the YouTube channel, just because of timing.
Mm-hmm.
But again, Kristen's Paranormal Girl podcast, I listen to that regularly.
Mm-hmm.
She also does it on YouTube as well.
She's
Beer,
got a
Booze,
good
and
show.
Boogeyman. I try to catch that whenever I can.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Me too.
it's more of the channels that go out and investigate that I don't bother with.
I will pop in and listen to Michelle Drochet as well.
Yeah, I try to do that too sometimes.
Every once in a while I'll pop in to watch her show. And again, Reeves Cook and Paratalk.
Yes. I listen to his show too on
he does a
podcast.
great job. He does a great job too. He really does. He's really, really taken it and made it his own now since the passing of Gareth. So he's done a great job. There's not a lot of people out there that frankly, I find myself I'll be there for a few minutes and just get bored.
Yeah, and if it's a show that has a good discussion or a good topic, good guests on, that's different. I don't, even though I may not agree with the guest's point of view at times, it doesn't matter. If the guest that's on a show and the show is the show runners, for lack of, I guess that's what you call them or whatever, the hosts, if they're asking really really intelligent questions, it's a treat to listen to.
Yeah.
Right, regardless of whether you believe or agree with everything that's been said. Right, that's harder to come by. Most of the channels that I've come across on YouTube and I've stopped bothering to check are those guys who go out and investigate and try to, mostly clickbait, basically.
Well, thank you, Tony. You know what? You're always a great supporter of the show and a good friend. Thank you, Tony. Really appreciate it. Always do. Yeah, I mean, I pop into chats, like if somebody's got a live chat going and I Paranormal 54, who's been on the show, Eddie and the guys, they've been on the show, and I'll pop into their live when they have their lives Wednesday evenings.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, James, how are you? Good to see you, man. And just, I don't know. How about a movie about two YouTubers on a ghost ship going live with a trip on
Great Lakes? Yeah.
Can we hire you as a fucking as a script?
Screenwriter?
A screenwriter?
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Prism, how are you? Barry, how you doing, buddy? Always good to see you. It's just, yeah, it's really hard. It's really tough because I mean, let's face it. One thing, we've been doing this for 20 years almost now.
Yeah.
And over the 20 years, of primarily discussing the paranormal. I mean, we've gone outside the box several times with other stuff, true crime, and you name it, music, movies like horror flicks. We've had people on. In fact, I'm working on getting the producer and the director of the haunted church found footage flick, The Hem, on the show very soon. Probably in April, they'll probably be coming on. We're just finalizing a date. They'll be coming on. So, I mean, if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. I think you can watch it free on Tubi. Yeah, I believe it's free on Tubi.
I'm gonna check now.
I'm almost certain it's free on Tubi.
It's called The Hem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The Hem. It's called The Hem. So they're probably going to be on the show to talk about that and more. Thank you, Tony. Always appreciate it. Thank you very much. Hey, Pinkies, how are you?
On there, The Hem.
It is, yeah. So I mean, check it out. We're gonna have the. I'm just trying to think. I believe they made it, James, in the great state of Texas. The Hem, I believe. I'm almost certain. My phone's fucked. The Hem. Hold on, let me see. I don't want to play the trailer because then you get dung.
Get dinged.
Dung. Ding dong. Just to give you an idea, a documentary crew investigates a haunted church on the verge of collapse with one condition: they must be out by dark. Okay. And of course, all sorts of shit happens. Let's see, Fort Worth, Texas. Fort Worth, Texas. Yeah.
The Hem.
The Hem.
It's called The Hem.
It's called The Hem.
It's on Tubi, for sure. I don't know about
Tubi
Prime
or not
or
to be.
Netflix.
The Hem. And what I'll do is here's a trailer for it. I'll put it in chat for those of you who want to check it out. There's the trailer. But yeah. So like I said, when more info comes, I'll let you guys all know. But the most likely going to be on the show probably mid-April to late April, as it's looking right now, because I gave him a bunch of dates, and my friend Travis, who's the producer, he's all but good with all the dates. It's just running it by Tyler, who's the director, Tyler Russell. So I'm looking forward to it.
Are they both coming on?
Both of them.
Okay.
And who knows? Maybe somebody else. As far as I know, but those two are both coming on. Right.
Cool.
Yeah. So who knows what else might happen during that? But like that's into the whole kind of we've talked about movies, right? We've talked about movies on the show.
Yes.
Primarily horror flicks and paranormal based kind of movies and so on and so on. We've had actors and actresses on the show. We've had people who've done soundtrack music for a lot of this stuff. We've had good old David Hess. Hess. No way. David Hess. And it's too bad he's no longer with us. He was on twice. Many of you will remember him as in the movie Last House on the Left.
Mm-hmm.
Wes Craven's classic film, Last House on the Left. And he was Krug. If you guys I've not seen the movie. Check it out. Another cool flick. But yeah, it's we've kind of ventured all over the place with this
We
show.
have. We
But,
have.
but I mean, primarily it has been over the years 90%, but well, probably 80%. 80% paranormal.
85%, yeah.
And I'm telling you, anyways, getting back to the point I was trying to make, we have explored pretty much everything and anything under the sun when it comes to the paranormal. So when you see a lot of the stuff being regurgitated out there,
Yeah.
and it's the same with bringing people in. You know, have you ever had this person on? Well, no, because they've been on every other fucking show and saying the same fucking shit over and over.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
I mean, we bring a lot of guests back, like, the regulars like Richard Palmisano, not just because of his longevity in the paranormal, but also just because he's a good friend.
Mm-hmm.
And we always have a great conversation with the guy. Sometimes it gets off the rails and goes in places it shouldn't go. A lot of times, joke around and whatnot. But that's because, like I said, we've known him for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
We consider him a friend. Same with Justin.
Yep, Justin. Justin's been on this show since the beginning.
Pretty much the beginning.
Since the beginning, almost.
Yeah. Gord started off. He was a part of another paranormal group.
Mm-hmm. The Shadows Project.
Yep. And we had
Dr.
him.
Demon Gord.
Yeah, we've had him and other members of the Shadows Project on as guests at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And from there spawned the friendship. Okay.
Yep. I mean, we've had a lot of people who are para celebrities on the show. I mean, tons of people. Brian Harnwas, who's been on the show. Keith Age has been on the show. What's his name from Fact or Faked? Remember that show?
Oh yeah, I don't remember the guy's name.
What's his name? He was on the show. We've had a lot of people who are prominent or was prominent in the paranormal. I mean, Brian, what's his name? Brian, he was on Haunted. He was on the show Haunted Items or whatever. Haunted Items. What the heck's his name again?
Haunted Items?
Haunted Items? Is
that a show?
Probably not. Haunted Objects.
Oh, yeah.
Or is it? No, I don't know. It's not Haunted Objects. That's not it. God damn it.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Point is, we've had a bunch of
all sorts of people on that are well known in the paranormal.
Yeah.
Over the years, and we've kind of stayed away from it because, quite literally, I mean, TV, and I just, maybe we need to lighten up and have these people on. But I mean, there's been times when we've had these people on and fucking people rip them to shreds. Oh, I don't believe them. They're full of shit. Well, it's fucking entertainment. What do you expect?
I mean, just to prove a point of how far off track we've gone sometimes. We even had on members of the Church of Satan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And
we've talked about the occult. We've talked all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jeremy's been on the show multiple times to talk about more esoteric topics than paranormal.
But it's always interesting, because Jeremy, like I said, we bring these people on because they're a wealth of knowledge. That's the whole thing. Bring in this info and these discussions that many people I find intriguing.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, everybody may not agree, but that's
Flat
the whole point.
earthers.
No, we haven't
Yeah.
gone there. Although we have talked about a little bit of conspiracy shit here, but not much.
Mostly Steve.
Yeah,
I'm not a huge conspiracy guy.
no. And you know what? I think, you know, you all go through a phase where you're like, yeah, but you find out in the end it's all bullshit. Really, flat farter.
There's a new theory that the Earth is not flat; it's more like a sausage.
Well, how about Hollow Earth?
Yeah, I've heard that before.
You know, they're talking about Hollow Earth. There's so many fucking different. The moon
This
is
is why you guys got to
hollow.
watch the series Sanctuary. You've watched it, Steve,
Oh
right?
yeah. I love that show.
That show is fucking phenomenal.
It was great.
Yeah, and it played off of that Hollow Earth theory.
Yeah, it was great.
Canadian show, I might add.
Yeah, shot out in BC.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's an American, but it was shot out in BC.
No, it's a Canadian show.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Sanctuary. I think it's an American production. But
Either way, it's a good show.
It's a great show.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Fat Earth, Hollow Moon 2. Yeah. Hollow Moon 2. Yeah. That's a lot of people believe. Spooky.
There you go. Sanctuary is Canadian science fiction fantasy series 2008 to 2011, created by Damien Kindler.
Who's that?
That's the guy who created it. I'm not sure who he is, but you guys gotta watch it, dude. If you guys get a chance to watch Sanctuary, watch it. It's a great show.
Great show. Absolutely amazing show. Sanctuary. Hold on. Where did it go?
The guy who plays what's his name? Jack the Ripper on that show. He's a great actor.
Jack the Ripper. Who played him again?
Christopher Heyerdahl. Heyerdahl? Can't remember. I don't know if
Didn't he pass away?
I don't know if he passed away.
I think that guy passed away.
Did he? Hold on. I'll find out in a sec.
Yeah, I think he passed away.
No, he's still alive.
Is he?
We were paranormal before paranormal was cool.
Oh, no.
Paranormal pandemic, paranormal realm, paranormal paranormal team, paranormal paralysis. Yeah. Paranormal investigators, paranormal unity, paranormal paranormal. Chris and I were paranormal before paranormal was cool.
That's fun.
Yeah. So that is our point summed up to having people on talk about the paranormal.
Pretty much.
You know, that's the way it goes.
So,
I'm saying the same with you know, the other side
Tourette's.
Paranormal Tourette's. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm saying that about the other side too, because you know, the other side being the whole debunking shit. You know, it's the same as the people that are pushing the paranormal, but in a different direction. And then they fucking battle each other. And it's I think the real fucking the real entertainment is watching them go at each other's throats. I think. I mean, relax. Just relax.
Yeah.
You know,
I was fucking threw up there. Fuck. Too much rap, man.
Too much rap.
Fuck.
Too much.
It was huge.
Huh?
It was bigger than the fucking large burrito at the Big Fat Burrito.
No way.
Or about the same size.
Come
it was
on.
huge.
Really?
Oh,
You're kidding, right?
no.
Big. That's big.
I know.
That is huge.
I couldn't finish the whole thing, man, because I also want to leave room for the mac and cheese.
Oh, fuck.
Ghoster time. Ready for this?
I'm still not convinced this is a good idea.
Change your mind. Watch and learn. Look at that view. Whoa. You play, man?
I couldn't have ordered extra
You
beans.
just fed half your lunch to the park.
I think it was all of it.
Oh, it's classic. It's classic.
Oh my god. Michael, you should. Those two. They call themselves the Paranormal Twins, didn't they?
Paranormal Twins, yeah.
Right.
They're out of
And,
California.
Yeah, they're just. They kept saying it over and over that they were paranormal before paranormal was cool, as evidenced by the clip that Steve. And this is the funny thing is, this is not a clip that Steve manipulated by
No,
doubling it. This is
li-
them actually saying that many times throughout the 2-hour show.
quite literally, yeah. I just took every time they said paranormal.
Oh my
and put
God.
it in a audio collage.
That was too much, man.
Oh my God. It's like, because I remember saying to Alex, I'm like, Alex, I don't think I've ever heard somebody say paranormal that many times in my life. Hey, myself explored. How are you? Good to see you.
What's going on?
You know, I honestly, I've not seen, heard somebody say the word that much in my life.
Yeah. And it's almost like one of those scenarios where I don't know if this happens to you, Steve. It happens to me sometimes. If I say a word often enough throughout a day, it kind of makes me wonder, what the fuck? Something's weird about that word. It makes you kind of wonder, is that correct? Is this how it's actually said, or what? I don't know if that's if it works with you like that, but when I say something too many times, like one word,
It sounds weird. It starts to sound foreign.
Yeah, it
It's like,
starts to
wait a
sound
sec.
weird. Like it's almost like it's not a real word.
Yeah. Or if you're like you're like trying to spell it and it's just
Yeah.
you're spelling it correctly, but it looks weird.
You doubt yourself. Yeah.
Wait a sec. Is this how you spell it?
Yeah, that's I don't understand how they go on saying that as many times as they said during a 2-hour show and not think anything weird.
We were paranormal. Paranormal was cool.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
When was paranormal cool? Like seriously, paranormal was cool fucking years ago.
Yeah.
And that was probably almost 20 years ago almost. No, not that much. Probably 15. It's a long time ago. Right?
Yep.
I mean, the entire time, no, not the 90s. We haven't been going that long. Alex, question for you.
Oh yeah, no, fuck. I haven't been able to read at all lately. Not with a small child in the house. I'm hoping to get back into reading soon because I got a backlog of books I got to read.
Can't you tell he's twitchy?
Oh fuck. I
He's
can
Mr.
sleep.
Twitchy.
4-year-old, 3-year-old,
Yeah,
whatever. It's
Mr.
last,
Twitchy.
I can sleep.
He wakes up in the morning. If I give me my
That's why I
espresso.
drink.
Give me my espresso. I need
That's why I
my
drink to calm my
espresso.
nerves.
And it's just not one. It's a few shots. How many shots of espresso do you say you drink?
A day?
Yeah.
Probably 3 or 4.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've cut back. Like, I mean, I used to drink a lot more.
Yeah.
I used to drink like espressos maybe 7 or 8 a day.
And these are the ones that you're making at home?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yep. That's what happens when you have a machine.
Hey, Safari, how are you, man? Good to see you.
Myself, I think I did order it. I'm just double checking now just in case.
Yeah, he's double checking. First time we know the paranormal was cool was back in the Fox. Yeah, that's a long time ago. That's a long time ago. Turn of the 19th century. 20. Jeez, that's a long time ago. Yeah, I mean, everybody again. Look at it's everybody's got an opinion right now, and everybody's opinion's right, and
I did buy it, baby.
1840s.
sorry.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, James, you're right. It was the 1800s. And who's right, who's wrong? It's the paranormal. Who the fuck? Either one of you right, or either one of you wrong. You just don't know. Whatever.
Just to answer the question, I did buy the book. I confirmed.
He just bought it now.
No, I did not just buy it now. It's there. I haven't gotten to read it yet.
It's it's like I said, when you've talked about the paranormal as much as we have, and the almost 20 years, 20 seasons that we've been doing this, I mean, it's increasingly harder, and I've said this a million times, it's increasingly harder to find something really intriguing to talk about. I mean, there are things actually. Oh, I can't even pull it up here. Hold on a sec. I can't. Hold on. Actually, somebody posted a relatively intriguing article. Let me see if I can bring it up here. What the hell? Yeah, that's not it. Okay. He posts so many times, it's just trying to find the. Oh, okay. This is intriguing. Gary Nolan is a Stanford professor with 300 plus papers and 40 plus patents, who was recruited by the CIA to study brain damage in people who encountered UFOs. After years of analyzing MRI scans, anomalous materials, and experiencer testimony, his conclusions shook the field. Consciousness, not craft, may be the real mystery. His brain scans revealed something unexpected. Military personnel and intelligence officers who encountered anomalous objects all shared the same unusual brain structure in a region tied to the intuitive and pattern I can't even
Recognition.
Yeah. Their family members had it too, which is intriguing. In one case from France, a family driving on a crowded highway saw a craft directly overhead. Nobody else on the road reacted. The children photographed it. The image showed nothing unusual. Nolan has studied people who physically touched craft and suffered internal injuries visible on MRI. Others report encounters that seem to bypass the senses entirely, as if reality itself has been rewritten for certain observers. His position now, the consciousness aspect of the phenomena, is the most important and least understood of the entire mystery. If the phenomena chooses who perceives it, and the human brain is the receiver, then every assumption about disclosure changes. What exactly is being disclosed, the craft or the nature of consciousness itself? I think that's a really intriguing fucking, area to look at. Consciousness. I mean,
Yeah.
is this all like totally like connected to us through our consciousness?
I wouldn't put it past it. I really wouldn't.
Yeah.
We know
Yeah,
so little when it comes to consciousness.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
that's the problem, right?
And that's the thing. I mean, when you look and you have an experience, and somebody says you're fucking crazy, but you know what you witnessed, and you seem to be the only person that witnessed this sort of event that happened. But then again, you have many incidents where many people witness the same thing, like mass consciousness being affected. You know,
Mm.
interesting. And that's what I mean. Talking about stuff like that, I think I find that far more intriguing than a lot of the bullshit that's being thrown out there in the paranormal right now. You know,
Yep.
the same old regurgitated crap. And there's a lot of it out there, and it's a shame. That's why it's increasingly harder to put shows together, because it's increasingly harder to find stuff that has not really been talked about, discussed.
That's right.
It's easy enough to talk about somebody's experience, and it can be interesting. Some of them are just really intriguing, but the thing is,
Yeah, we
again,
need to talk about that more. Sorry,
yeah,
Steve. Sorry to cut you off, but James brought up a good topic there. OBEs and NDEs. We haven't
yep,
discussed that too much.
not
We
too much.
have touched upon it.
Hmm.
We haven't delved deep into it. So maybe we can get a show going with James one of these days just to talk about that.
Well, didn't we have that doctor? We had that doctor on.
Which one?
Oh, fuck that doctor who specialized in OBs and NDs. What was her name again? Oh God. Female
University.
university professor.
Yeah, I can't remember her name either, but I know who you're talking
You know who
about.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about, right?
yeah. I know who you're talking about. I'm horrible. Like I said, I'm horrible with names. So yes,
Yeah.
but that was just one show. Like the point is, we haven't really delved too much into OBEs and NDEs.
Yeah.
So maybe one day, like I said, we can have James on and we just sort of discuss it high level sort of topic, because I'm by no means an expert in either of those.
No.
So maybe just sort of get the ball rolling and then maybe go from there.
James
Robert
brought up-
Monroe is a
Yeah,
good
well,
one.
I've heard of Robert Monroe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah. That'd be good.
Yeah, get your notes ready, buddy. Come on, and one day we'll discuss it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely get your notes ready. Yeah, like I said, we could definitely do a show and bring a few people on, like people who are well versed with OBs, studied it or whatever else. Maybe somebody has an experience with OBE, or NDE, one of the two. Maybe somebody's had several. You never know. There's people out there that have had these experiences, and again, it's one of those things. Like, do you trust them? Do you really believe, or you think it's just it's one of those things where I wrote a book about it. Buy my book. Buy my book. Everything's like, buy my book, buy my book, buy my book. And that becomes, kind of overbearing as well at times. When people, all they want to do is come on and buy my book, buy my movie. Yeah, money. Yeah. Buy. I mean, a lot of good shows, ended because of stuff like that. They didn't want to deal with that shit anymore. because they didn't come on to talk about what they wanted to come and talk about. They wanted them to come on and talk about, a certain topic, and they just kept going on about the book. That's why I like having Richard on. Richard's written a lot of books, but he doesn't push them on you.
No, he doesn't.
It's nice for you to buy his books, don't get me wrong, but it's like he's not throwing them in your face. I'm not going to tell you anything more until you buy my book.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if we're talking about the book, then yeah, we limit. But the conversations with Richard are a lot more in depth than just his book.
And funny at the same time.
Huh? Yeah.
And funny.
Yeah, 70s porn star.
That's right.
He does, man. Looks like a 70s porn star. He's never going to shake that. Actually, I can't. Hold on. I sent him a picture. Remember that years ago when we met at the Tim Hortons?
Yeah.
Hold on. I'll pull it up here. I can't.
Molten Hal is one of them. I'm assuming you mean one of the people who keeps pushing your books.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a shame. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That actually looks cool, eh?
I know. It's kind of freaky because the background is...
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes it look like it's a hologram.
Yeah. Yeah, she's another one that just talks about her fucking books. Fucking a lot of the people on Coast to Coast. Coast to Coast.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
I miss having Chris Hawley on though.
Chris Hawley was great. Chris Hawley, awesome. You know what? She was fucking passionate.
Yes,
very passionate about what she did. She wrote about everything and anything under the sun when it came to the paranormal. But she had
articles, that is, not books.
Articles. And she did get a book out finally based on articles. But you know what? She when it came to abductees,
yep,
she was very passionate about abductees. And in fact, she was doing some hardcore research with some victims that unfortunately we didn't get to know about because she passed away. I think before she could even finish it. It was a lifelong project that she had going, so quite a long time. Randerson, yeah. Deep discussions.
Yeah, very deep.
Very deep discussions. But yeah, it's yeah, Chris Hawley was probably definitely one of our favorites. Yeah. Always. Long Island, she lived on Long Island, she had the accent. Very passionate. She wrote about my experience with the Credit River creature. And her stuff was published in a lot of like places like UFO Digest, some other places, right?
Like my e-zine.
Huh? Your e-zine?
Yeah.
I mean, and what's his name? She was doing a radio show too. God, what the heck was his name? Oh, I can't remember his name. See, I'm just as bad as you are with names.
I'm horrible with names.
Can't remember his name. Randy something. They had a radio show for a while. And I guess people were really starting tackle him because of his views. I don't think they really liked his views too much. He was on the show too. God, I can't even remember his name. Randy. Whatever.
I'm trying to look it up now so I can.
Off planet radio. Off planet, I think it was called.
He passed away many years ago.
I think it was Off Planet. Was it? Hold on, I have something. I have one of the episodes. Hold on a sec here. Let me see. I think I have. Mangus. Off planet radio TV. And it looks like. Hold on a sec here. It looks like he's still going. Well, 7 months ago, anyways. Wow. 7 months ago. Yeah, Randy Mangus. Megan's Off Planet Radio TV. And he still has his stuff with Chris Hawley. But he was one that really went off the rails about a lot of stuff. But whatever. Wrong person, sorry. Every time I hear the name Randy, I think, yeah, my name is Earl. Yeah. I hope I got the right person.
Do we have any of the Chris Hawley archives up on the show, on the channel?
Hold on, let me see.
I don't think we do.
I think I do. I think we have one. The vaults. Oh, maybe not. No. Wow.
You have Jerry E. Smith in there.
Yeah. The Afterlife with Daria Brzezinski. Remember that?
Vaguely. Scott McClellan there. Alyssa Lamb.
You sound like. Can you hear that?
Hear what?
Okay, you can hear. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I'll play a little bit. Listen to the audio; it's hilarious.
Oh fuck yeah! What the beginning shows.
Yeah. Hold on.
Well, I didn't ask if you were, you like chocolate, but you filled it anyways. Come on.
That's right.
Come on. Just to appease people, you filled your belly with chocolate.
Yes, I filled my belly with chocolate.
There you go. So you know what? We're not going to really beat around the bush. Once again, if you'd like to join us in our live chat room, it's easy. It's the new one is easy to get to. It's on newvisionsradio.com. On the front page, right down in the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see that little, conversation balloon sort of thing. Just click on it. You don't even, you don't have to register even, right?
I don't think you do, but I mean, it's better if you register just so that we know who you are, because I think it just comes up with a guest or something, if I'm not mistaken, if you don't register.
Yeah, so we know who you are. Yeah, register. It's free. It's easy. It takes seconds to do. Just get out. If you'd like to follow us on Twitter, you can do so at Dark Discussions, Facebook. Join our
As soon as you hear her voice,
being, dead.
Physical realm.
The physical realm.
Find him, and he died. He was killed in a car accident. So, and this has happened to me many times. People who have died have shown up, or who are about to die, I just have a sense about. And so I began to study the phenomenon, what happens, and I have the privilege of being around a lot of different scientists. Bob Monroe, I happen to be near the University of Virginia, and here we have what's called the Division of Perceptual Studies, and it's been in existence for 50 years.
James
with Dr. Ian Stevenson.
mentioned Bob Monroe,
And
Robert
in
Monroe.
order for scientists to feel like they're still in the sciences, rather than talking about near-death experiences or the afterlife,
Yeah, this is the episode.
they talk about the survival of consciousness. And that's more scientific, so to speak. And what happens is that, Dr. Ian Stevenson has spent 50 years interviewing especially children, and has talked to them about all over the world, by the way, and has talked to them, and they've constantly told him about
I forgot about putting this up.
Their other lifetimes, and carrying consciousness from one lifetime to another. So I've thought about this for many, many years and studied it from many different angles. I've been to the Monroe Institute with Bob Monroe.
The afterlife with Dr. Daria Brzezinski.
Oh, yeah.
Now you remember?
I studied in a lot of different places. I've studied Russia, and the many things that they did the many studies that they did behind the Iron Curtain. And, I've had to come up with a little bit of my own kind of metaphors in order to be able to understand.
And this is in our archives, by the way.
Think about all of these various levels of consciousness.
We'll let it play. We're going to take a short break.
So
we'll let this play
to people, I use many different metaphors. Actually, what happened is
you're watching now.
I'm a psychologist, and once
we'll be
in my
right back
practice,
in a few minutes.
in a 1 week period, I had 3 women who came in to tell me that they were Cleopatra reincarnated. And so when things happen in threes, I sit and listen to. I think, okay, something's trying to tell me something. And my understanding of, life after death and whether or not consciousness exists, I've had to think about it in a grander scale than most people do. It's it seems to me egotistical for people to think about reincarnation in the sense of you die and you come back as, another person or whatever. I think of it like recycling. If I recycle my newspaper, it gets shredded up into little pieces and it becomes part of a big conglomerate with a lot of other recycled pieces, and I can never really find that particular newspaper ever again. And so I think we think too small when we think of dying and near death, or going on to a different place. It's ironic that scientists say that our bodies are stardust. And when I was little, my father used to say to me over and over and over again, "Where do the stars come from? How do they form?" And in my little mind as a child, I thought he might be trying to tell me something. Now, I've read a lot of science fiction in my life. And one of the most profound books I've ever read was Arthur C. Clarke's Childhood End. Are you familiar with that book?
I have never read that book. Alex?
No, but I have heard of it, though.
Yeah.
Well, so in that book, there's children who are left on the planet, and all of a sudden they become their energies merge together and they become a star. And I thought, wow, what a great idea. We have all these levels that we know about on the earth, the various levels of the atmosphere, those that have oxygen, those that don't, as we travel farther and farther out into space. So maybe when we die, we get entrapped in certain levels. And then as it accumulates and it builds up, then eventually what happens is perhaps it becomes a star, all the energy, all the consciousness, whatever it is. But until then, it's kind of trapped close to the earth. And so that's what I think, when people tell me they've been Cleopatra, I'm thinking that perhaps they're tapping into that consciousness of the person who died that's entrapped and encircled in the earth until somehow or other, it becomes another star. Who knows? But because of my experiences that I've had, I truly believe that, we go and because children are so amazing, because they, if you know how to ask them the right questions. I had a client once who reiterated a story to me. They had a newborn baby and they had a 2-year-old, or I guess she was almost 3. And they had microphones in the, they had the devices where they could hear the conversations that were going on, so they could hear the baby if it was crying. And they were listening, and one day their daughter their 3-year-old went in to talk to the baby, and the words out of her mouth were, "I'm forgetting. Do you remember what it was like? I can't remember what it was like anymore. It's starting to fade." So I believe that children, because they're not tainted yet with, the world and society and the way it is, I believe that they are still able to tap into that universal consciousness that exists all around us.
And
I can keep going. I'm glad you're talking.
Yeah, no. It's funny that you say that, because I mean, you hear that quite often, especially, when it comes to, I guess,
It's like the Akashic records.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at something as small as children and their imaginary friends. I mean, are they really imaginary, or are they actually tapped into something that, because they're relatively new and they're unfazed, and are they really communicating?
Well, I can remember as a child very vividly asking my mother over and over and over again. I thought she was lying to me. I said, "I have a twin. I know I have a twin. I know I have a twin." I mean, I was like 5 years old. And she kept saying to me, "You don't have a twin. You don't have a twin. You never had a twin." So, I believe that children are, my work is with autistics, and I work with autistic children, and I work with autistic young adults. And, they are extremely perceptive. I mean, they can hear the electricity in the walls, and they have super sensitivity. I won't go into why, but, and they also, they have extreme intuition, and even though they may not be able to read body language or the environment, they're intuitive about other things. And, I'm not sure that I believe in reincarnation because of the analogy I gave you of the newspaper.
Yeah.
But I do believe that consciousness survives.
This
and
is a
that
really
whatever
cool
it
show,
is
man.
that we learn on
It
this
is.
planet.
So that's in our archives if you want to listen to the whole episode. It's I'll pull it up here. Oh wow. Wow, I really like this. I'm not gonna play it. We'll get dung. No, that. But anyways, there you go. There's We did an episode. I remember that now on OVs and NDs extensively. It was. It's a good episode. It is. Hold on a sec. It's in the
post the link.
Yeah, I'm going to. It's in the nocturnal vaults here. Do 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 do. Hold on a sec here. Let me just. I got my. Where are we? Nocturnal vaults. There's all sorts of really good shit in there.
There you go.
Did you? Oh, you put it in there. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. It's we like I said, we've had all sorts of fucking really interesting people, and that's the thing that we find most intriguing. Really getting down to the research, the actual research, the people that are making sort of, a difference, and chipping away at the paranormal, the darkness, if you will. Hey, Kevin, how's it going? Play a fast noise.
What silence are you referring to?
Oh, we know. Here it comes. Here it comes.
What?
I'm waiting for you to play a fast noise. Does that answer your question? Oh man,
Kevin's all too familiar with that fast noise.
Yeah, but yeah, we've had a shitload of really cool, interesting people on the show. We have. Not to say that we've had our fair share of people that have been
suspect.
Pretty yes, Tony, cheers me dears. Good old Gareth. Good old Gareth. But
we had like Stanton Friedman on.
Stan Freeman, that's in the vaults.
Yeah.
I haven't even put up David Haas. I got to put that up. That was pretty intriguing. I'm just, there was a lot of, I think a lot of people that were, behind the scenes rather than the people that are in front of the camera or whatever else are more intriguing to me. That have the information through the research. And, it just like we're talking about hardcore scientific research, stuff that makes sense, that trying to bring sensibility to something we just, science doesn't really understand yet,
Yeah.
Dark depths of hell. Yeah.
Stay well behind the this
Exactly.
time today, Kevin. I had jerk chicken wrap.
Oh boy. So anybody have any more questions? You got a question? Go ahead. Lay it on the line.
Yeah, that was a shit avalanche.
Oh yeah.
Or this one too.
Jeez. Those last few plops. Oh.
I know.
Wow. Scary. Scary. But yeah, that in a nutshell is basically, yeah. We have talked about OBs and NDs.
Not extensively, but we have.
No, not extensively, but we need to. Yeah, it's something that we'd love to explore in greater depth.
Or even
Well,
lucid dreaming, for that matter.
well, we've done some stuff on lucid dreaming too.
Yeah.
You know,
I know. Jeremy's talked about it a few times.
Jeremy. We've had
Yeah.
somebody else. We had that other professor on, the younger woman. Oh, what was her name? Oh God, she was on. She was talking about lucid dreaming and astral projection and all that. Oh, what the hell was her name again?
Don't know, dude. It's I'm horrible.
We've had so many people on this show.
But we had her while we were on YouTube, so it will be on one of the seasons that we started
Are
doing
you
YouTube.
sure?
I'm pretty sure.
No,
if it's the same one I'm thinking of.
I think this was way before YouTube.
Mm.
I think we were on live stream.
Was it live stream?
Or not live stream, New
Blog
Visions.
Talk? Or New Visions.
Yeah, I don't think it was YouTube yet. I don't think it was YouTube. Hold on.
Too many lies. Too many lives to go through.
Oh, there's so many.
Yeah.
So many. We figure, what is there, about 190, almost 200 episodes on Blog Talk alone, right?
Yeah.
And then, a year or two on. Yeah, I would love to, but then we get dinged for playing his stuff. Talking about the morning song or whatever, Tony. I would, but not during a regular show. I'll play it during a Friday Night Howl or something. We need to do a Friday Night Howl. It's been a while.
No, we did it long ago.
Yeah, we did. What am I saying? Friday Night Prowl.
Yeah.
Friday Night Prowl. But, hold on. Let me get this, pull this up. No, it's okay, Tony. It's okay. It's cool. Getting rid of all this stuff. Okay, there we go.
Oh no, dude, you're never too old to laugh at farts.
Who's that?
No, Michael was saying.
Michael? Oh my God.
It just goes to show that you're never too old to laugh at farts. You're never too old to laugh at farts.
I don't know about you, but you're having a conversation about, washroom etiquette. I don't know about you, but walking into a washroom, you sit down in a public stall.
Yeah.
And the guy next to you is just letting it all loose.
Yeah.
You're telling me you don't laugh?
Oh, yeah, you laugh.
Alex gets his fucking recorder going.
Yeah, I start hitting record on my phone.
Oh my God. Sick in toilets. Yeah, sick in toilets can be bad too. You can be too old to trust a fart. Yeah, it's I don't know, what other subject do you want to examine in greater detail? I mean, that's the tough part. I mean, there are things, but there aren't things that, I know we've talked it to death.
Mm-hmm.
like demons.
Mm.
We've talked to death about demons.
Yep.
We've talked to death about a lot of stuff in the paranormal. A lot of it.
Well, for me personally, I'd like to delve a little deeper into the occult, esotericism. But I mean, it does depend on the listener base as well, right? Because our listeners may not be interested too much in that. And if you go too overboard on that topic, they just won't like it.
Do you remember Salico?
Yeah,
Hey, Simon, how are you? Good to see you. You remember Salico?
I do.
He'd be interesting to bring on again. I don't even think I don't even know if he's still doing shit.
I don't either.
Hold on.
Trying to look for something myself.
Salico. He's still pegged as the director of the Occult Research Bureau. But he hasn't he used to be somewhat active on Facebook. He hasn't been active, so I don't know. Interesting guy. He was on the show probably. God, that was early. Were you on when we had him on? I can't remember if you were. Oh, you're.
I remember the
muted.
name, but I don't know if I was on. Well,
Yeah,
I wasn't on the show. If you had him in the first season, then I wouldn't have been on.
Yeah, I think it might have been the first season he was on. Many druids. We haven't had any. I don't think we've had any druids on. Have we had any druids on?
Druids? No, I don't think we have.
JD Vance thinks aliens are demons. Huh? Hey, you never know, right? You never know, right?
Who said? Who said
that? Tim did.
Oh,
they're going to the moon this week. Yeah. We have lost the tech needed to go back to the moon. Yeah. It just I don't know. But anyways, shows are in the works, guys, by the way. And no show next Sunday night. Next Sunday night is Easter Sunday, so no show.
Also, you remember we also had Dr. Justin Sledge on.
You remember him? Yeah. He was pretty cool.
Yeah, he runs his own channel, Esoterica. It's doing really well right now, actually.
Yeah, really wealth of knowledge.
Yes.
He was pretty cool. Really nice guy.
He was. Very nice guy, yes.
Really good show. Where's the episode?
For what?
Do we have that episode? Do you have that episode in the archives? I don't even remember.
Not in the archives, but I'm looking it up now. If you want, I can post a link.
Well, for ours?
Season 13.
Oh, so it's on YouTube.
Yes, it's on YouTube.
Oh, okay. God.
You want me to post the link?
Sure. Throw the link out.
Here we go.
Wow.
So, communication with lucid dreamers with guest Karen Conkley.
That's it.
That's also on season 13.
Jesus,
on YouTube.
Murphy.
I knew it was on YouTube.
Wow.
I'll post that link as well.
Is that that's wow. I've got a little bit of hold on. I can't
Simon's
show
asking what's your drink of choice.
I'll show it. There you go. There you go. It's actually not bad.
Due respect.
I don't know, Tim. Maybe you've had it, Tim.
We've done a few
Brixham.
tribute shows for Gareth.
Oh yeah, and you know what? I don't mind doing another
Yep.
fucking tribute show. I really don't, because you know what? You can't say enough about Gareth. He was just like, wow. He just, I don't know. What can't, just Gareth was Gareth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I you know what? We'll probably do one, Tony. And that's what, August, I think he passed away, right? It was in August?
I believe so, yeah.
The first week of August. Deadpool Logger, yep. Yeah, it's not bad. Simon, it's not bad at all. Yes, Tony, he was great. He was awesome. And it was definitely a tragic loss, and he's definitely missed. And I wouldn't doubt it if we did another tribute show. It's tough to get his friend though. I don't know what happened. I tried a few times to get him on the show a while, and he just he hasn't gotten back to me. So I don't know what happened there. But yeah, it's definitely a tragic loss. That's for sure. And I have to reiterate too. Oh, by the way, I want to say, speaking of tragic losses, again, I did mention the last time about Stephen Yamek, who passed away, who was definitely, some of you might remember, in our chat room quite often, and he popped up on the show a couple times. But they, the family, I'm going to put it out there. The family has put up a donation thing for Stephen. And again, like I said, if you're able to, and whatever else, and if you do remember Stephen and so on and so on, please visit the page and leave a comment. Oh wait, I don't know. Hold on, I might have to do it in the YouTube chat. I don't think. Yeah, it's. Oh yeah, okay, it worked. It's fine. Well, yeah, just go to the YouTube or go to the donation page and leave a comment. Say something if you do remember Stephen. Again, another tragic loss there. Very tragic. And that's the thing. I mean, life is short. Life is short. And I think primarily that, I don't know about you, Alex, but I think this is probably one of the major reasons why I've always been intrigued with the paranormal, wanting to look into it and try to understand it a bit, is because life is short.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you kind of, it kind of brings you kind of, I guess, a sense of comfort into thinking that maybe there is something, after, we pass away.
Well, that's primarily why I do it too, right?
I mean, to think that, everything just goes blank and that's it. It just seems so foreign.
Yeah, it does. But I mean, I struggle with that more often than I care to admit.
Yeah.
But on the one hand, if there is nothing beyond life as we know it,
Mhm.
and it just goes dark, we won't know any better once we die.
No, I mean, yeah,
We cease to
exactly.
exist, and that's it.
And that's it. Yeah.
The drawback for me, and I'm sure it's not just me, but I can only speak for myself, is that I don't want, although I don't want to live forever here in this incarnation, I don't want it to end here. I want it to continue. I want it to, my ideal scenario would be once I pass on from this physical life to be able to be free to explore the universe,
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
galaxies, other, planets, not to reincarnate into another physical being of another planet or even another timeline, like same planet, but different. None of that. Just in spirit form, being able to travel, being able to see all that there is to be seen.
Essentially enlightenment.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, it's yeah, it just yeah, yeah, I mean you look at I mean you look at your physical being in preparation and say, look, you get the tragic news that maybe you only got a couple months to live or a few weeks or whatever, and it's like mentally the strain that is put on you. And is there a breaking point when you say, I accept it? I mean, I there's nothing more I can do but accept it because
Yeah.
it's inevitable. It's inevitable with us all, but
Yeah.
some find out sooner than others.
That's the scenario my dad was in. He knew he was
Yeah.
terminal,
Yeah.
that he had cancer, and the
Mhm.
doctors didn't make any qualms about it. He was terminal.
Mhm.
At some point, I mean, he kept fighting as much as he could, but
Mhm.
at some point, I'm sure he was just resigned to the idea that, hey, this is happening, whether
Yeah.
he likes it or not.
Yep.
And out of all of us in this family, he was the most religious person.
Yep.
All right, he was a staunch Catholic, and it's my belief, personal belief, that a lot of people are religious not so much because they believe in all of the scriptures, let's say, or all that there is to be done. I think it's more of a comforting thing. You believe in it because it gives you hope that there's something more to this life than just the physicality of it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just but at the same time you just sit there and I mean this whole thing that we call life. I mean, there's obviously meaning behind it, even though we are each individuals, but we are a part of a bigger sort of scenario. Obviously, I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, it's creation. No matter how you look at it, it comes from one, right? It all stems. Now, does that creation continue? Or does it end? I mean, I don't think it ends because it continues. It continues. Obviously, it's
It's
continuously.
just a question as to how it continues.
It's
The
like
biggest concern is, does our consciousness continue? Our energy, we've said this many times in the past shows,
Mhm.
energy can either be created or destroyed. It just changes. But that being said, when our physical bodies die, our essence, our energy
consciousness.
continues. But does our consciousness go with consciousness go with it, or is it just the energy within ourselves that continues? And it's just like a mild essence of us. You know what I mean? Like me and you, who we are as individuals, do we continue? Is the question that a lot of people, face at some point in their life, especially as they get older. you know. Um, but again, being religious gives you that hope.
Mhm.
Myself, I mean, I'm agnostic, so
Mhm.
I'm neither here or there.
Well, we already know that.
Yeah, I'm a Satanist. No, just kidding. I'm agnostic. I neither believe or disbelieve.
Mm.
But for me, part of the reason why I'm like that is because my mind just will not accept anything of this magnitude without solid proof.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, makes sense.
scriptures for me is not the end all
Proof.
be all of evidence. It isn't.
It's not proof.
No, it's not. It was written by man. Man is fallible.
Mhm.
Man's prone
Very, yep.
to mental aberrations, hallucinations,
Mhm.
you name it.
Slang.
I mean, right. I mean,
the language.
exactly, the
Yeah.
language barrier, the
Mhm.
translations.
Mhm.
But all that aside, I mean, think of it this way: if someone today were to come out in public and state that they spoke to God, had a direct line of communication with God, and he handed down new commandments,
Mhm.
or new, the new Bible, so to speak, a new way of what would people do with this guy or girl, for that matter, whoever? What
Yep.
would people do with this person? They'd probably lock him up,
Mhm.
right? We didn't know anything about mental illness back in the day of all the apostles and everyone else that came after. So for me, scriptures is not the end all be all. I need solid evidence.
I think we all do, right?
Yeah.
I think we all do. And I think that evidence obviously comes when your time comes. I mean, it's like, I don't know about you, but you look at somebody who, passes away in their sleep as opposed to somebody who has a long and agonizing sort of, period where they're like, when's that day gonna come, sort of thing. I don't know about you, but I think I'd rather go in my sleep. I don't know.
I don't disagree. But
yeah,
it's
Tony,
hard.
Tony, you haven't upset anybody. Don't worry.
Yeah,
You're all good, Tony. Don't worry about it, buddy. You're fine. But you've just added to the conversation. That's all, Tony. You're good. Don't worry. I don't think we continue as individuals, Alex, but
I see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, I mean, we don't know for sure.
We don't know.
Simon could be right,
Mhm.
or other people could be right. This is the whole point of doing what we're doing, to try to somehow figure it out. And it's not easy to figure it out, because we have to rely on people's honesty when we interview people that have had, referring back to OBEs, like if like I know James made a point there. It says many OBs explain that we are not an energy so much as we are pure consciousness without form, and we are a part of a source in existence.
Mm-hmm.
We need to rely on the honesty of the individuals who we may interview, that they're telling us the truth. But even if they are, even if they are telling us what they believe is the truth, it doesn't mean that they're right.
No.
This is the problem with this sort of topic.
Mm-hmm.
You do not know if you're right. Having an OBE, can you honestly say it's an OBE and it's not just a figment of your imagination?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. If someone comes to me and says, I have an OBE, I don't know if you're telling me the truth. I'll take it on faith that you're telling me the truth, but I don't really know if what you're telling me is the truth.
I mean, at the same, you look at it and say, look, well, there's a pattern there, because everybody seems to go through the same fucking scenario when they have their out of body experience, whatever.
Yeah.
And that quite simply be because the brain, each person has the same mechanism in their brain that it plays out just as it's supposed to play out. Right? Is you know, and again, you can get into the whole conspiracy bit saying, well, you know, it's filtered, you know, it's a transition. They don't want you to fucking see what actually happened. So they throw you that, you know. I just, you know, I do believe that, I think if anything, if you can mentally, you know, let go of the physical aspects in life, if you're able to say, I don't fucking think, I don't need the money, I don't need this, I don't need that. And it's very hard. It's very hard to do that because humans ultimately can't leave or don't want to leave because they feel things are unfinished. I have things to complete, accomplish. What about this? What about that? Right? And that's the problem with humans. We are so reliant on tangibility, on the physical aspects of life, that if you're able to somehow let go of all that, and it's tough because everything's physical. If you're to somehow able to patch into that non-physicality, which is really hard, and you know, think on that level, you know, it's very hard because we're talking about fucking our senses here, you know, fear, anger, resentment, all these feelings and energies that we, you know, emit, you know, all that's got to be left. It's all got to be left behind. You got to leave it. And it's very hard. I mean, you look, you know, again, you've mentioned that, you know, Tibetan monks. Look at the conditioning they have to go through. You know, and probably many of them aren't able to actually, you know, move on to enlightenment because they can't. There's something left that is unfinished, and then they're reincarnated. Apparently, right, Alex?
Yep. Just reading what James was saying about OBEs. He's basically, so it starts off with, to confirm an OBE, you have to have personal information that no one can know.
Mm-hmm.
And then it is only meaningful to just that person. There is no other proof. And then he further elaborates. For example, if I said I had an OBE last night and said, Alex, I saw your thoughts while you brushed your teeth last night, only you would know if it was being real, which is true.
Yep.
Here's, again, to play the devil's advocate, and I like playing the devil's advocate every now and then. we have abilities that we're not familiar with, right? You have an OBE, you're able to sort of tap into what I'm doing, what I'm thinking. That does not, to me, even if you were to tell me that is not 100% definitive proof that when we die, we continue on living. Is the point I'm trying to make.
Yep.
It's proof to me that you've had an out of body experience and you were able to tap into my thoughts. Yes. But whether that means that once our lights are switched off,
lights out,
we continue is a different story for me. Again, and I'm only speaking for myself. Don't get me wrong. I could be completely wrong on this, but that's how I view it. And for me, in order for me to believe that we continue on, it has to be solid proof. Like example, my parents died many years ago. My dad over 20 years ago, my mom now over a decade. If one of them were to come to me in a dream, a lucid dream, not just not just a dream where I can remember like a snippet here or there, it has to be something meaningful. And I have a conversation with them that inevitably, you know, they tell me stuff that I'm not aware of, but comes true. Then that for me would be more proof that something continues on after we die. Oh fuck! About to throw up again. Jesus Christ! Fucking. Oh man.
Too full.
I am still.
James, you'd have to be psychic. That's how. Psychic ability. Psychic ability. Deja vu.
The phantom farter.
The phantom farter.
Yeah.
The phantom farter.
Anyways, James, we'll get into the thick of it discussions when we actually do a show together, because it's easier that way than doing it over chat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's always an intriguing
It's a hell of an intriguing topic. It is.
Yeah, it is. It's I mean, because it touches everybody. I mean, this is definitely something that everybody
If you fart, it will not hang about and haunt you. Dude, then you won't be haunting me.
Then you won't be haunting him. There's a reason why Alex is a ghost eternal.
Exactly. There's a reason why I'm like that. Yeah.
There's a reason why they don't come around him. That's hilarious. But yeah, it's definitely something we would love to sort of dive more into.
Yeah. Yep.
What else? I mean, OBs, NDs, astral projection.
I'm actually really, really interested in the NDE part of that whole conversation.
Near death.
Yeah.
More so than the OBE.
Well, hey, the older I get, the more I care about the NDEs.
Well, yeah.
OBEs, it's a very interesting topic. Don't get me wrong, and we'll talk about that too. But
I'd be like, "Gee, that was the only one." Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking hamster died too.
Yeah. Imagine, hey, let's chat. Let's catch up on the other side. I wonder if that really happens. That's why I have such a hard time with the paranormal. Into believing that it's all about making contact with the other side. Hey Ryan, how are you? Just in time to us finishing up. It's just I don't know.
Oh, there you go. Ryan has had an OBE as well.
Oh wow. OBE man.
So are you saying, James, that you've had one? Maybe I missed it. Anyway, we can definitely talk about that. That's a fucking intriguing topic.
OBE club.
Interesting fucking topic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a great topic.
Yeah, it is. Regardless of my personal belief about what happens after we die, that's irrelevant. Interesting topic. NDEs, OBEs, all of that stuff's interesting topics.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's great. And it's something that we'll definitely do a show on. We have kind of touched upon it, but we haven't gone in. Just reading the chat there. If you can connect to people and places in life, then you'll leave your DNA in spiritual form through others' memories of you. Interesting. That was Neil. Yeah, good night, Tony. You take care, all right? Have a good one.
Good, Tony.
Yeah, good to see you. And again, thank you for the
super chat.
Super chat. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it, Tony. Thank you again. Yeah, it's there's a few topics that still you kind of like to go, hey, let's get into it. Yeah, had an ND. I could see my own body on the ground and my friends standing around. So the car because I was dumb teen car surfing. Oh fuck! Wow, crazy. Yeah, we certainly do the fucking strangest things when we're teenagers. That's for sure. Have you ever done anything crazy like crazy to the point where you're like, I'm gonna fucking die?
No,
Nothing crazy.
not that I can remember. Anyway, maybe that's the problem. I can't remember. It was so bad I just like blocked it in my memory. No, as a teenager I was pretty low key. I didn't really do too many stupid things. I've done stupid things, but not very stupid things that could put my life in danger. Earlier when I used to live in Manitoba, that's a different story. There's many times where I could have died when I lived on a farm.
What, doing chores? Like what?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What, you weren't doing them right?
Oh, it's not that. I mean, I was in the just to give an example, I was in a fucking grain truck when we got to the field. It caught on fire.
Ooh. What the
Like
hell?
the whole cab got engulfed, like the outside of the cab got engulfed in flames, and my sister and I had to like literally jump out of the truck. Right? Stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah. No, this is like they're not kidding when they say farming's dangerous and you could kill yourself.
I had about 800 volts run through me. But other than that, I was a quiet teen. Yeah.
Maybe that's why you're a quiet teen after 800 volts fucking ran through you.
I haven't done. I mean, I've done stupid things when I was a kid, but I mean, nothing that would. I think
I was a boring teenager. Aside from starting smoking,
fuck.
that was about it.
That was one thing I'm glad I quit.
Yeah.
Glad I quit smoking. Other than like stupid shit, like, I remember whacking a wasp nest with a hockey stick.
I could see you doing that for sure.
And quite literally within seconds, I was like swarmed. I fell off the balcony of this porch, and I must have been stung about 15, 20 times. Fuck.
I had a lightning bolt strike a tree that was maybe 50 yards away from me.
Wow.
And bark went flying everywhere. And it was fucking loud, let me tell you.
I remember fucking I was in my aunt's kitchen, and I got a hold of a fucking lighter, and I started fucking lighting the fucking
pyro,
wallpaper.
Yeah,
caught on fire. Caught on fire.
Oh my god!
It caught on fire, man. They had to call the fire department.
Oh my
Holy
god!
Fuck! It was crazy. I was bad.
What does this do?
It's not my fault. This fucking wallpaper is really dry.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, I did some fucked up shit. I remember I had a fucking air gun, an air rifle. I remember fucking pointing it in my cousin's ear.
Oh fuck!
Oh fuck! I did stupid shit. I did.
Yes, Steve was a sadist.
I remember having I had this golf fucking club set when I was a kid, and I whacked some kid over the head with the driver. Yeah, I did some fucked up shit, I guess.
Yep. That was pretty tame comparison. Yeah, I was a boring teenager.
Grew up in Northern Ireland in the 70s and 80s. Lots of ways to learn hard lessons. Risks are more fun. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, if you survive them,
yeah,
you
I
can
could
argue
see,
they're more fun. If you don't survive them, you can't argue that.
well, obviously, but I did do shit that I sit there and go, wow, how fucking stupid can you be, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We all do stupid shit. Sure. Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, I'm lucky. I'm lucky. I'm lucky. How many times can you be fucking lucky?
Listen, I drove my brother's pickup truck. Like again, this is back in Manitoba, and bear in mind I was there from the ages of 8 to 12. And when you're on the farm, it's all hands on deck. Right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I learned how to drive when I was 8, and I learned how to drive standard and all that. So my brother's pickup truck, an old 70s Ford F-150, standard. The brakes weren't good. You had to pump them sometimes in order for them to work.
Yep.
And this is how old it is. The odometer is still read in miles per hour. Now, this is before Canada converted to the metric system.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm driving this thing. Like my brother had asked me to go back to the farmhouse to get something. I can't remember what it was. And so I went back with the truck, picked it up, and I was heading back towards him in the field. And I'm doing about 60 miles an hour on a gravel dirt road. And it ended. There was a T junction. So you had to either go right or left.
Yeah.
And when I went to go press the brakes, they weren't working. So I kept pumping the fucking brakes. And eventually they caught, and I fishtailed the thing. And after the T junction was a ditch. The fucking the rear wheel on the driver's side was off the air.
Yeah.
And the passenger side was still on the ground, thankfully, because it was only a rear wheel drive. It wasn't a 4-wheel drive. So I had to, press the clutch, hit the brake, and give it gas at the same time, and just sort of, hey, Laura, no, I'm not smiling. You missed it.
Hey, Laura, how are you?
But yeah, so I managed to get out of it. Thankfully, I didn't flip the fucking truck.
Oh man, yeah, it's definitely you do things, you sit there and go, wow, how
Yep.
how am I here? How am I here? I'm lucky. I'm lucky. I'm really lucky. I'm just lucky. I don't know. Yeah. But you sit there and go, well, that's a part of, learning life's lesson.
Sure. Yep. Didn't drive that fast anymore after that.
But I mean, you sit at you think of the more nefarious sort of aspects of things, like the repercussions of an action that you might have taken.
Mm-hmm.
That you don't really pay attention to at that moment, but then later on in life you go, wow, I wonder what happened. Something that you might have did that might have caused a hardship with somebody else involved. I mean, you don't really think about stuff like that, do you?
Not at the time, no.
But even so, I mean, it's like you might have did something, and then say 20, 30 years later you find out the guy something happened to him, and you kind of think, oh, I wonder if it had anything to do with what happened.
Yeah, I had something like that happen to me. I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell the story quick because we're almost out of time. But
yeah,
back in the day, like back in high school, I was reading books from Michael Romke. He wrote a series of vampire books.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just to make a long story short, in those books, there's an organization, the Illuminati, right? That essentially is an organization of vampires that are good vampires, trying to sort of take care of the not good vampires. So that's the gist of it, basically.
The gist of it, yeah.
Right. So I introduced that to a friend of mine in high school who wasn't all there to begin with, kind of. And
you're
so,
justifying it now.
well, no, it's the truth. And I've known this guy since grade school. We both ended up
Yep.
going to the same high school, but
Yep.
nevertheless, one day he comes knocking at my door unannounced, like he didn't even let me know ahead of time. And he's got this book in his hand. It's called New World Order: Corruption in Canada, written by Professor Robert O'Driscoll back in the day. Right?
Yeah.
And in there was, all the conspiracy theories about the New World Order, the Illuminati, and all of that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And he showed me the chart where it says the Illuminati's on top, plus it branched off to all this stuff. And he was paranoid.
Oh wow.
He came to my house, and when I opened the door and I saw his face, I was like, dude, what's the matter with you? Like he was like looking around. He was getting all twitchy, you know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. I'm like, what the fuck did I just do? Like that, thinking back on that, I go, well, I don't think it was such a good idea to lend him that book. That kind of opened up that can of worms sort of deal, right?
Yeah.
Because then I go to him, I go, let me borrow this book. He goes, no, I can't. It's not mine. It's someone else's. I go, okay, let me at least go to the library, and this is how long ago it was, folks. But let me go to the library and photocopy the page. Right?
Yeah.
And he wouldn't let me do that either.
Really?
Right. So I basically, yeah, exactly. I broke him. I went to the back of the book, and in the back of the book, it actually gave the address where you can go buy this book. You couldn't buy this book at the time, anyway.
I think I remember you telling me about this.
Yeah, you couldn't buy this book at a bookstore at the time. You had to go to a specific address in the city of Toronto, where I lived at the time, to buy it, and I did. I went to that house. It was a house, right, in a subdivision.
Yeah.
And I knock on the door. The lady's like, "Oh, are you delivering pizza?" I'm like, "No." All I said was, "I'm here for the book," right? And she goes, "Oh, come in," right? She brings me in, and Frank was there with me. It brings us both in, and she sits us down, and she disappears in the basement. Comes back, and with that I didn't even tell her the title. She comes back with the book I wanted.
Yeah.
Here you go. And I paid her the money, and we left. Fucking hilarious. Weird story, man.
You still have the book?
You know what? I lent it to someone, and I never got it back.
Go figure, right?
I know.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you kind of wonder often about people that you knew when you were younger, and a certain event or something happened, and you kind of feel at fault for maybe how their life changed, because you kind of like, oh, wait a sec, maybe it was because of me he's like that now, or whatever. Yeah, it's
well, he wasn't all there to begin with beforehand. And when I look back on it, that's why I question as to whether I should have let him sort of read that book, or gotten that sort of idea in his head, because that most definitely pushed him over the edge.
Oh man, too much.
Yeah,
too bloody much. Anyways, we're out of time.
Yes, we are.
I want to thank everybody for popping in this evening into the chat and tuning in and so on and so on. No show next Sunday night, Easter Sunday here. So we'll be doing our Easter Sunday stuff. Do you usually have dinner on Easter Sunday?
Yeah, we're doing it on Saturday, actually.
Doing it on Saturday? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. What pasta? Pasta? No, more pasta?
I think we're gonna have barbecue, actually.
Barbecue. Ooh, even better. Oh, even better. Yeah, so Sunday night will be Easter Sunday, so we won't be live on Sunday night. But we're back the following Sunday, and again, hopefully I'll have an update on the producer and director of the found footage flick, The Hem, which was released last October. It was I think it was October. It popped out. To do with the haunted church. Check it out. You can watch it. It's free on Tubi. So if you got Tubi, watch it on Tubi. Yeah, check it out. Anyways, the producer and director are coming on to talk about that and so much more. Yeah, that'll be pretty interesting. You know, I started watching it. I gotta watch it. I gotta watch the whole thing. Gotta watch a whole thing, and I will. Definitely will. But anyways, we'll see you in 2 weeks. I might pop in here for a live whatever afternoon haze or whatever. Who knows? But guys, like, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that like button. Leave your comments in the comment section and become a member. If you become a member, it helps us support the show, obviously, pay for StreamYard for another year, and so on and so on. Thank you in advance if you do join the members. Until 2 weeks from now, take care, everyone, and we'll see y'all later. Stay strange.
Good night, everyone.